Are your people working hard but not reaching their full potential? The problem is not effort, it is development. At the Modern Observer Group, we transform workforce development into real performance. Our human-centered achievement programs help your team think better, communicate stronger, and execute at a higher level. That means higher employee engagement, stronger leadership, and measurable results across your organization. If you want a workforce that performs, leads, and delivers, it is time to invest in your people. Visit modernobserver.com and discover how the Modern Observer Group helps you build a workforce that wins.
A national AI framework, ICE to assist TSA, the loss of a Hollywood icon, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. The Trump administration on Friday released a national framework for regulating artificial intelligence, seeking to centralize a single policy in Washington by preempting state-level AI laws it says will hamper innovation. The framework outlines 6 key objectives, prioritizing innovation and scaling AI, proposing a federal approach that would override stricter state regulations on issues ranging from children's online safety to free speech protections, and streamlined AI infrastructure. On child safety, the framework calls for parental controls while stopping short of enforceable requirements for AI companies. It also addresses intellectual property rights and rules against AI-driven censorship of political expression. Critics argue the framework shields big tech from accountability, while industry supporters say a uniform national standard is exactly what startups need. Democrats blocked a funding bill for the Department of Homeland Security on Friday for the 5th time since funding for the department expired on February 14th. Democrats have dug in their heels against any bill that would fund immigration and customs enforcement and customs and border protection without implementing reforms to immigration enforcement operations. ICE, however, was funded in a previous bill that passed, so the partial government shutdown does not affect ICE. Meanwhile, ICE agents will be deployed to U.S. airports on Monday, White House border czar Tom Homan confirmed Sunday. "We will be at the airports tomorrow, helping TSA move those lines along," Homan said on CNN's State of the Union. He said ICE would handle tasks like guarding exit doors to free up TSA agents for passenger screening. "We'll have a plan by the end of today, what airports we're starting with and where we'll be sending them." Elon Musk offered to cover the salaries of Transportation Security Administration personnel during the ongoing government funding standoff. "I would like to offer to pay the salaries of TSA personnel during this funding impasse that is negatively affecting the lives of so many Americans at airports throughout the country," Musk said in an X post on Saturday morning. Musk's offer comes as a partial government shutdown passes 1 month, with lawmakers unable to reach a deal to fund the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees the TSA. The Supreme Court will hear oral arguments today in a case about whether mail-in ballots postmarked by Election Day but arrive after polls close can still be counted. A Fifth Circuit panel previously ruled that Election Day refers to the day the ballot must be in the hands of officials, striking down a Mississippi law that allows ballots to be counted if received within 5 business days. The Trump administration filed a federal lawsuit against Harvard University on Friday, alleging that it violated federal civil rights law by failing to protect Jewish and Israeli students in the wake of the October 7, 2023 terror attack by Hamas. In a 44-page suit, the Justice Department asked the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts to find that Harvard unlawfully discriminated against those students through what it said was the school's intentional conduct and its deliberate indifference to discriminatory harassment of Jewish and Israeli students and creation of a hostile educational environment after October 7th. The administration said it is seeking to recover billions of dollars in taxpayer money that Harvard has received from federal agencies. CBS News announced Friday that it is laying off workers and shutting down CBS News Radio, ending a historic broadcast service that has been on the air since 1927 and once carried Edward R. Murrow's World War II dispatches from London. CBS News Radio provides material to an estimated 700 radio stations across the country and is known best for its top-of-the-hour news roundups. The service will end on May 22nd, the network said Friday. The closure comes alongside layoffs of approximately 6% of the CBS News workforce, roughly 60 to 70 employees, according to Editor-in-Chief Barry Weiss and President Tom Zebrowski. The executive cited a shifting news landscape and a need to reach younger, digitally focused audiences. They called the radio closure a necessary but difficult decision driven by changing radio programming strategies. Chuck Norris, the iconic martial artist and action star best known for Walker, Texas Ranger, died on Thursday at the age of 86. Norris had been hospitalized in Hawaii shortly before his death, though earlier reports indicated he had been alert and in good spirits. He had been training as recently as March 18th and celebrated his 86th birthday on March 10th with a boxing video. Born Carlos Ray Norris in Oklahoma in 1940, he served in the U.S. Air Force, where he began studying martial arts in South Korea. He went on to earn multiple black belts and developed his own fighting style, Chun Kuk Do. His film career took off after Bruce Lee cast him in The Way of the Dragon in 1972, leading to starring roles in Missing in Action, The Delta Force, and the long-running CBS series Walker, Texas Ranger. That's the Raw Naked Truth for March 23rd, 2026. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.